Hey guys, so today we are in Pennsylvania State Forest. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the name because I can't. Um, I'm using the AllTrails app because it's the only one that I really trust. I've used it for a while now. It's never really steered me wrong. So we're just getting started. We're going to be out here for a few days. We're going to build a shelter, have ourselves a grand old time, and I've been instructed I am only allowed to bring back 3 sticks, which upsets me. I like sticks. Sticks are cool. Especially when sticks look like other things. It's great, right? So this is the first video on the channel. We'll see how it goes. Check in with you in a bit. Okay, so we're about a quarter mile in. It is nearly 12:30. It's hotter than I expected. I think that might have more to do with the effort and the fact that I am not the most in shape. You can see me, I'm glistening, Jesus fuck. I love doing shit like this though, cause like I always find it funny when you hear, "Well, just get out and do more." Dude, I do this shit on a regular basis, and I'm still fat. Like, what do you mean, get out and do more? You know what I mean? So sometimes it's more than just you need to exercise more. But anyway, enough of that tangent. Today's trail is the Gamble Quarry Loop, connected with the Mid-State Trail. You guys can look that up if you want. Again, I use the AllTrails app. So State Forest has some regulations if you're going to do what I'm about to do. And that is you cannot camp within 25 feet of a trail or 200 feet of a water source. So, well, I think I have a good idea of where I want to camp at. And if we get around the whole thing and we can't find a spot, we just walk until there's service and call my partner and go from there. When we get to the camp, I'll go through what's in my kit for tonight. For today, we're going to be out here from today, which is Saturday, until Tuesday. And then partner's going to come back and pick us up. I'm hoping to get plenty of footage for you guys. I've got 2 cameras. I'm going to do some pictures as well. I've only got 1 memory card, so some of this might be shot on my phone, like this right now. And that's cool. That's cool. Like I said in the description for the channel, I work with what I've got. I don't have a lot of money. Some of my kit was gifted. Most of it was on discount on Amazon. Some of it's untested. Actually, most of it's untested, if we're being fair. This is pretty much all new kit for me. But Honestly, it's a nice, clear day. We've got a good forecast. Other than the heat, which might take me out in and of itself, I'm going to preface all of my videos with I have a heart condition. That is monitored, but not exactly controlled. So, if I end up having to call it quits, keep in mind. Hold on. So I heard something moving behind me. Okay. If I end up having to call it quits, let's just keep in mind, that it's okay to fail sometimes. Not all expeditions are going to end in a great camp. Some expeditions are going to end in a fuck, my heart can't take this, gotta go home, gotta call an ambulance kind of deal. And if I've got to call somebody out here, it's going to be an emergency call because there is no cell service. Swear to fuck, I think I keep hearing something out there. Alright, let's get our kit back on and get to hiking. I want to try to get up to where we're camping at. I want to try to find us a place to camp before it gets too late. That way we can set shelter up before it gets dark. And if that's a simple tarp shelter tonight, then we can do that. No big deal to me. I just realized it's probably acorns dropping. I also can't see for shit. So, yay me. My glasses don't come in until later this week. So we're going to go ahead and grab my kit off the floor here. So, you can see this is what I've got. Got my bag, got my haversack, water bottle, my camera bag. That's it. That's all I got with me. It's what's in those things that's going to keep me from dying, hopefully. Just kidding. Partner says I'm not allowed to. So, to be fair, she's not either. So, all right. I'll check in with you here in a bit at the next stop. All right, folks. We're about a mile in. I had to stop. This is, well, one, this portion of the trail is not very well maintained. Like snake heaven out there. I didn't run into any, thankfully, but it's overgrown. Can't really visualize where the trail is unless you're looking at the blazes. And if you're looking at the blazes, you're not looking at your feet. And if you're not looking at your feet, you're more likely to find somebody that doesn't want to be found crawling on the ground. So, that and I got a little turned around. I almost missed the turnoff for this section of the trail. Which is not good, because this section of the trail is where I wanted to be. It has more water sources than the other section. And it's higher elevation, so in the off chance we do get rain, my campsite's not going to get flooded, because I'm not in the valley. Now, obstacle one was getting through that. Down there. Which probably looks further away than it is. It's not far, but it was a pain in the dick. And then obstacle two is going to be getting up that, which looks flat to you. But if I face the camera this way, You can see that it is not. But if we take our time, we should be okay. I'm just going to take a minute to rest here. Really don't want to fail on this one. We might, though. Because we have another problem. I am out of water. To be fair, I didn't bring very much with me. So that's kind of my fault. But I did that on purpose. Because I brought purification tablets. And I want to see how well that works out, because I have actually never used purification tablets. I usually just boil it and wait for it to cool down. But I have the purification tablets. I have the chemical neutralizers. So there is a creek, like right there. I'm going to go see if I can find a decent spot of like good clear running water, because I don't have any way to filter it. And try to gather some water, drop a purification tablet in, which I have to wait 30 minutes for that to work, and then just check the neutralizers, because I'm not sure. I know they also have a wait period on them too. And if that's the case, I may just pop my tarp down somewhere for a minute, like on the ground, so I can sit and have myself a little break and some lunch. And here's point number like 54 of why I do this and why I don't care what size I am when I do it. You've got to eat. Food is important, especially when you're doing a hike like this one. So normally, when you're not camping this trail is just under 12 miles. It takes the average hiker a little over 5 hours to do this trail. It's a big one. It is not for somebody who's new at this. It's the incline alone. I can tell I need new boots, because like I started slipping a little bit on the incline to get up here from down there. So new boots are probably going to be on the kit list for next time. For next hike, I got to get new boots. So, but anyway, let's check out these purification tablets. They both take 30 minutes to work, like, because you got to wait for 30 minutes for the purification tablet, and then 30. I think it's another 30 minutes for the chemical neutralizer, so that you don't have that chemical taste in your water, which is not necessarily important. But I don't really like the chemical-y taste in my water. I don't know about you guys. They're just going to go there. This is not going to be the best quality, because like I said, it's on my cell phone, so my apologies. I'm just right in the way there, isn't it? One of these. There we go. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm trans. That's not for you. You don't have to keep watching. Alright, hold on. This is the neutralizing tablet. I don't need that part. I need this part. Okay, germicidal tablets. Here we go. Okay. Add 2 tablets to 1 quart of water, or liter of water, and cap loosely to allow a small amount of leakage. Wait 5 minutes. Shake container to allow screw threads on the closure to be moistened, then tighten the cap. Wait 30 minutes before drinking. Recap bottle tightly. Okay. And then the... Yep, these are step 2. PA plus neutralizing tablets are for use after water has been treated with potable aqua. Wait a minimum of 30 minutes after the addition of potable aqua before using these. Adding them before may allow him... Oh, it's continued. Hold on. Do not add them together at the same time. Fair enough. Removes iodine taste and color after water has been treated with potable aqua tablets. I knew that already. Add 2 tablets per quart of water. Shake container and wait 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. So the neutralizer only takes 3 minutes, but the purification takes 30. Alright, so... yeah. Then what I will do is I will go gather some water here. Take you guys with me. Because the creek's like right there. And I don't know where the next section for water is going to be. So I'm going to go grab my water bottle. We're going to add our tablets to it. And we're going to have to be better about conserving our water on the way up the mountain. Because I only have the one water bottle. She's not great. But she gets the job done. She's 32 ounces. So if I remember correctly, 32 ounces is a liter. So I would need 2 tablets. So, yeah, let's go get some water. Let's leave our sack here, because I'm not making that climb back over here with that back. Oh, God, I can't get him. Oh, fuck. Ooh. All right. Like I said, she's a little slippy. It is fucking gorgeous out here, though. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off and then turn it back on when I'm down there. Alrighty. Let's get this water purified. There we go. I don't know what was on my lens there. Alright, so it says 2 tablets for 32 ounces of water. So, that's how new these are. I put my trash back in my first aid kit. Get this out of the way. Damn cotton. That back in the first aid kit. Tap out 2 tablets. It's a few more than 2. 1, 2. Alright. And it says wait 5 minutes. The cap on loosely. It says wait 5 minutes, so let's just sit here for about 5 minutes. Chill out. Have a granola bar. While we're waiting, we'll go through some of the stuff I've got in my kit for tonight. So I I'm not very familiar with Pennsylvania woods, so we're clear. I grew up in West Virginia, so playing in the woods is a pastime. So I have my meds, because if you have conditions, you should always have your meds with you. I have tea, so many teas, it's ridiculous, because variety. Some are for sleeping, some are for being awake. I've got a mini lantern, which is actually very bright. It also doubles as a flashlight. I have Q-tips for help with lighting. I have honey for the tea. For help with lighting fires, I have fire sticks. Also, for help with lighting fires, I have a fire kit. In my fire kit, we'll go over that whenever we go to light a fire tonight. I have tampons, but not for the reason you think. They are also for help starting fires. I also have Vaseline for the same reason. Sorry. It is hot as fuck out here. I have granola bars. Great trail snacks. We are about 2 minutes into that 5-minute wait time. So we're going to put those back in there. Okay. And then once the half hour starts, we'll start walking. That's what's in my haversack here. That and a couple of pens. I like to write and jot stuff down while I'm out here. I come out here to reconnect and whatnot. I've got my hatchet on the side of my bag there. Have my bush knife here on my hip. I do have a secondary knife, but that is for more defense if something, sneaks up on me. If I have to defend myself against nature, I can. Don't want to. Don't like doing that. This is their home, not mine. Now, that is not to say I'm not against hunting. That's not to say I'm against hunting, because I'm not. There's a difference between killing for thrill and killing for survival. I've got my sleeping bag. My sleep pad is inside the bag proper. I also have a few beers because I'm camping, and why not? Oh, man. We're not supposed to get any rain. I might camp down here in the valley just because... Well, no, I can't. I can't state forest regulations, right? So state forest regulations, to reiterate, again, 25 feet from a trail, but 200 feet from a water source. So, and that's simply so you don't contaminate the water sources, and that's fine. I get it. I'm all for conservation. I will 100% do, okay, we're about 4.5 minutes now. I will 100% do whatever I can to adhere to leave no trace. In that essence, we are going to be doing deadfall shelter, or a tarp shelter, depending on when we find camp. I would like to be able to find camp a few hours before nightfall. If we can get that, if we can get there. Now, if we can't get to where I'd like to be by then, because again, I'm not going to push myself too terribly hard on this one, then I will set camp wherever we are, and we'll go from there. I have a mini stove in my kit. It is time to shake, rattle, and roll this. Alright, so loose so that there's seepage, and shake. Okay, threads are wet. Okay. I'm gonna lock that so it doesn't pop open on us. Wow. I'm like looking in here to see if I can see those tablets, but they're gone. Huh. Alright. Well, okay, that's what that sediment is. Alright, cool. That'll be 30 minutes from now when I can add the cleaner tablets, and the neutralizer tablets, and have me some water. So we're gonna have a little snack here. I've got my granola bars like I showed you. So we're gonna have a little bit of snack because I haven't eaten since this morning, since breakfast. And it is currently it's 1:30. So I should eat. So that's the other problem. I am a diabetic. So, gotta make sure that I'm eating on time. So we're gonna have a snack, and then we will get back on the trail. I'm hoping to get to a good spot by, give myself some time here, because it'll take time to gather materials and stuff. Want to get to a good spot by, at least by 5. And that's pushing it. Ideally, I'd like to have a place picked out and set up started by 4. Ideally. We'll see how it goes. I have my granola bar. Pack everything away. Set my timer for 25 minutes now. Go from there. Alright. See you on a bit. Okay, so I am not going up the mountain, as you can tell. I am sitting on the ground on the other side of the loop, back almost where we started. I'm doing a tactical redirect, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna be very honest about that. I am sweaty. I'm tired. I think I just need to take a moment. I'm gonna have to recharge the phone anyway. It's dying. It's a good thing I brought a battery pack. And a lantern that is solar powered, but also doubles as a charger. It's great. So I have plenty of ways to keep my phone charged. Not a big deal. I will keep it charged. It's no problem. But we're gonna go ahead and get these neutralizer tablets in our water. And I think I'm just gonna sit here in the middle of the trail because like it's fucking empty out here for a minute, and I'm just gonna recoup. I have time. My redirect is because I looked, is in part because this side of the trail is easier, and also in part because I looked at my map and all of the water sources that are easily accessible are on this side of the trail, or on this side of the loop. So we're going to do this side of the loop. This side of the loop being the Gamble Quarry loop. Gamble Run Quarry loop. I can talk, I promise, most of the time. Again, never use these. Have not used them yet. This is a test run for most of the things in my kit. Hold on to that. That'll be a good help with fire starting. So this is also 2 tablets, yeah? 2 tablets, and wait 3 minutes before drinking. So let's grab that. Grab our water. There's our 2 tablets. Right. Oh, no. Oh, we had to run away. Fuck. Oh, where'd it go? I'll have to find that. I'm fairly certain that's not wildlife safe. And I do not want to leave that. Ooh, that's a nice yellowy color. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's nice and yellow in there. It's iodine. Yay. Okay, so there's one. Now let's see if we can find another one that ran away from us. That's somewhere. Haha. Found it. It's clean. Alright. Get that in there. 2 tablets, 3 minutes. Alright. Straw fix. There we go. Alright, let's read these instructions. Do I shake this? Shake container well. Yes, okay. Alright, so let's do that. Make sure she's locked. She's not. There, now she is. Alright. Shaken up. We leave that for 3 minutes. The bugs are eating me alive out here. So we'll get a fire going here soon too, just to get them out of here, out of my face. But we'll do that when we get to camp. Now, I'm planning our campsite is gonna be a little bit up this ways, and we're gonna go up that direction, because then we're far enough from the trail and the water source at the same time, without having to find like a sweet spot in between them two, because I don't think there's gonna be one, because that's like a pretty steep incline. So if we go up that way, we should be able to find a spot. It's pretty level. It's not too bad. It's not as steep as an incline as that over there, which was also giving my knee some trouble. I may or may not have injured myself the night last night. But yeah, we're gonna turn this off here. I'm gonna sit, give myself some rest, let me chill for a bit, and then get moving to our direction and get my phone charged up. So, me and our trusty adventure shrimp Dave. This is my pocket shrimp, made for me by a good friend of mine. He comes with me on all my adventures. This is Dave. Hi, Dave. He has swag. Me and Dave are just gonna sit here and rest for a bit, and get some water in us as soon as that's ready. Just chill for a bit. We've got time. I should not be rushing. We've got time. I don't know why I'm trying to rush myself. I know better than that. I think I just got overexcited. So, alright, we're going to charge the phone up a bit, and then we'll be back with you guys. We'll check back in before we get before we get headed to where we're going. So, okay, we are underway once again. We're doing all right. So, the point we're headed to is kind of an apex point. So it meets up with the stream up here at like a waterfall point. Sorry. I thought I saw something in the trail, but guess not. Trick of the eye. So this is the part where I admit I'm supposed to be wearing glasses. But I am waiting for them to arrive in the mail. And I'm impatient. So I wasn't waiting for them for me to come out here. Now, most of the things that I gotta watch out for, I can see well enough to see before it gets to a point where it's dangerous. Like, you know, nobody's gonna mistake a big hulking black shape running at you if it's a bear, you know what I mean? And snakes, well, you gotta get pretty near them for them to be a danger anyway. So, I'll be alright. Fucking bugs, man. Swear to fuck, I've gone through almost an entire goddamn can of bug spray. Fucking Christ. Seriously, they're trying to fly in my eyes. And they still will not leave me alone. Ridiculous. So, anyway, there's a point in this stream, that in this trail, that will meet up with the stream up here, where there's a bit of a mini waterfall kind of deal. That'll be good for collecting water. And I'm planning to go above that, like up in that direction somewhere. We'll see if the plan works out. And if it does, awesome. We'll hunker down till Tuesday. If not, head back out, call my partner. No big deal. It is okay to fail. It is okay to not find a spot. Because what we gotta remember is, when you're doing stuff like this, it's your 4 W's. Wood, water, wind, and widowmakers. You want a spot with the first 3 in pretty ideal conditions, and you want a spot that has wood and easy access to water and relatively easily protected from the wind, and does not have widowmakers. If I die out here, somebody else is explaining it to my wife, not me. I ain't doing it. Mostly because I'll be dead. You know. Sorry, that's dark humor. I apologize. I'm a millennial. We're just gonna go with that. Anyway. Phone isn't exactly charged to where I would like it to be, so I'm gonna kind of try to keep going. And, hook up with you guys when we get to the stream part that I'm talking about. Go from there. See if we can't find a spot to camp. Alright. See you in a bit. Okay. So, there's the water source. Alright. We've got a couple options. I've got my kit set down right there just because I need to get off my shoulders for a second while I talk about this, figure out where I'm going. I've got a couple options. A lot of these trees have been forested, and you can tell because they've been cut down. So they're not fallen. But they are deadwood, and therefore usable for whatever the fuck I need. However, I'm not going to be processing any large logs. Nah, fuck that. I have a small cook stove, and it's not really supposed to get terribly cold. It's actually probably going to be pretty comfortable, especially with my sleeping bag and whatnot. So, I could. It's not terribly level, but it's also not a horrendous incline. I could go up in there, in that cosp of trees up there. Cosp, I don't know how you fucking say it, up there. The grouping of trees in that direction, because I'm not going to try to sound smarter than I am. There's a decent clearing in between them that I could probably build a little bit of a makeshift shelter up there. Or there's some spots over there on the other side of the trail, but I don't know how I get to them, because that is the way they dug this trail. I don't know if it's like an old logging trail or what, but it's almost a vertical incline to even get to where it's sort of level. But I have options. I just need to sit and think for a minute. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my camp stove out. I'm going to have me a proper lunch. I'm going to sit here, have me a proper lunch here by the river. Give my brain some time to think it out. And then decide where I'm going to go. Because again, regulations are pretty simple. 25 feet from the trail, easy peasy. 200 feet from a water source, also easy given where we're at. I think I'm going to end up going that way. I think I'm going to end up going up there. So I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, can I? Ow. Sorry. Can I turn this around? Nope, that took a picture. We'll edit that in post. Probably. I don't know. Okay, so, let's see if I can zoom here. There's a section up there that looks like it might be flat enough for, like on the other side of that rock formation, you see that? It looks like it might be flat enough for a shelter. If not, just on that rock formation, depending on how wide that is. Like, that's a nice wind weather break there. But we'll get a closer look at it when I get up there. See what's going on. But first, lunch. So, let me get this set up, get everything pulled out, and I might get out the other camera on the tripod and record it on that. That way I could set this phone down to charge while I'm eating. Get some water boiling for my my MREs. Because I brought freeze-dried food. They're not proper MREs, but I did buy freeze-dried food. So we're gonna fuck with that a little bit. Which is gonna be a first for me. But yeah, this is a nice little spot. I like this. It's pretty. This might actually fucking work. Holy shit. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Well, I tried to get video of this thing set up and lighting and all that stuff, but my other camera couldn't pick up any of the audio because I don't have a mic because I'm poor. So anyway, we're getting to a slow boil here. We're doing all right. Should probably hunt up some more kindling. So right now I'm just kind of looking around me and grabbing tiny sticks to toss in. And like that's working out fine, sort of. A little bit, not really. But yeah, we're gonna have some food here. I've got oh shit, where'd my meal packet go? had it out. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Got chicken to go in my my creamy chicken and rice. My creamy chicken flavored rice, sorry. Yes, I am aware that this packet is way too large for one person. That's fine. I have single serve instructions, and I have Ziplocs to put this in so I'm not wasting anything. Ooh, and we are boiling, folks. Alright, let me just get my camera. Hold on. Use my bottle opener knife end here to pull that off. And we'll just kind of leave that to smolder a little. Go ahead and close it up there. And yeah, neat little stove. Takes no time to set up at all. I figure what I'll do is I will make my way up to the top there. Make my way to wherever it is I'm going to camp. Probably up there. Leave everything down here so that way I'm not lugging it all up there at once. Take what I need to set camp up, set up camp, come back down. That way this thing has time to cool down, because that is blue hot. Do you see that? That's how hot that shit is right now. I'm not touching that until that shit cools off. Oh my god. Is that melting? I might not use this like ever the fuck again if that melts, because there ain't no way. I mean, that's putting off a fair amount of heat. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's hot. But, damn. Okay. So let's take a look at our single serve instructions. Alrighty. Creamy chicken flavored rice. 1/3 cup of rice mix into 2/3 cup of boiling water. Well, I think we might have that here. So I am still feeding wood into this fire for a very simple reason. I might want some tea, and if I'm going to have some tea, I need hot water. And if I'm going to have hot water, I need a fire. And if I'm going to keep this thing, you know what, I might actually just let it go out for now, and then just start it up later again here in a bit, because, like, this is hot damn. Like, legitimately hot damn. It's also not very well thought out, because, like, that's a metal ring on a metal box. It's made for fire. But whatever. As long as I let it cool down, it should be alright. Here's open. It is peaceful sitting here, though, next to this river. I like this. I've missed this. With the state of the world being what it is, I'll take my wins where I can get them. Alright. Handle for my mucket is good enough. Cooled down enough, I think. Alright. We are going to crack this open. Oh, I've got a bumblebee, buddy. Taking care of the flowers behind me. So, this, seemed worse. And I'll just kind of eyeball it a little bit in our cup, which I will then rinse out here in a minute, but it looks about like that, right? Okay. Get one of our little bowls out here. No, that might be too big. Hold on a sec. Yeah, this one. That's a pot. I apologize. going to put this in a bowl here. See how this works out for us. I'll rinse that out here in a second before I make my rice. I brought a pot holder because I'm not that fucking stupid. I'm crazy, I'm not dumb. Pop that backwards. That backwards. Alright, and we'll just put some water in here. That looks about right. It might even still be hot enough hot water for me to have a cup of tea. Look at that. Okay. Put our sheets back on the knife end of our spork. Just give it a stir. Ooh, that's hot. That might have been too much water. Oh, hold on, where's my following the instructions? Well, this says to put it on the heat itself. Oh, okay. Well, I did that completely backwards then, didn't I? Oh well. Let that sit and firm up. It should. Let that sit, firm up a bit. Put this over here on our pouch. That's not bad. And since I'm the only one eating out of it, it doesn't matter. Or somebody's like, oh, he put it in his mouth. It's my fucking fork. What am I gonna do? Give myself germs? Got chicken in here. Yum. Yes, I did, before anybody asks, yes, I did in fact bring with me a trash bag to carry out all my trash. It's starting to cool off a little bit out here. Sun's going down the other direction. So, progress. All for the sake of progress. And just give this a little, a little swirl. Get it clean. The chicken juice out of it. Okay. These. What do I got? Sorry, you're leaning up against my haversack. Let's go with Earl Grey today. Earl Grey with lunch. We're gonna get... Oh, that cooled off rather quickly, actually. This is highly unstable. Give me a second. Just pile this up under here so that they fucking stays. There we go. I need to grab some sticks really quick and get this fire going back up because I need to cook my chicken and my rice a little bit more before I can enjoy them. So, be right back. Alrighty, so got more sticks. Got one of my fire starters out here. They are waterproof, which is awesome. and they burn completely. You don't need a whole stick to accomplish what you need to do. This is also awesome. I'm going to pile these in here, just so. Get the lichen off of them. That lichen will also help it burn a fair bit there. Just kind of trying to get just a decent amount going here. There we go. Alright. Let's get this another try. Just light your fire stick, like so. And I use these when I want to be quick. They're quick, they're easy. They're a little bit of a cheat, and that's okay. Sometimes that's what you need. This fire going again so that these bugs will leave me the fuck alone. Holy shit. There you go. Bad today. It says it'll cook for about 20 minutes before it's ready, so that's fine. Just take some of this hot water that we made here. Make us some tea. Because tea is good. I like tea. Brought with me some raw honey. Gotta help. Any adverse nonsense. Good thing I brought more than one utensil in my mess kit. I did bring more than one utensil with me, which is good because I need something to get my honey out. Because I know she'll make the joke when she watches this. I know I left my other honey at home. My other honey doesn't do outdoors. She's not the outdoorsy type, and that's okay. We don't all have to like the same things. Different strokes for different folks. Let's get that hot water in now. Let the honey dissolve. And then we have tea. Let that steep for a bit while this cooks. There we go. Ooh, come on now. Should stick it a little bit. Otherwise, it doesn't look half bad. Fuck off. Fuck off, bugs. Alright. Still not that bad. Angle on it there. Doesn't look half bad. Yes. You know. Try to let this fire get a little better before I put this back over there, because it's starting to stick, but only in one spot, because I've got one fucking spire of fucking flame there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Earl Grey packet, since it's just paper, and we're just going to spread it out there. There we go. That ought to spread it to the other sticks there a little bit. Might have to pop another tampon in there. I know that wood's not wet. She snapped way too easy. It's alright. She's almost ready. Alright guys, I'm going to turn this off, get this charging, and enjoy me some food and some tea by this lovely river, and then I'll link back up with you when I get us up to camp. Alright. Okay, so change in plan, drastic change in plan, but smart move on my part. Did not have time to grab phone. I am packing up now. We're going home. We're going home because I do not have anything to fight off a fucking bear. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home as quick and clean as we can. So everything's getting packed up and we're packing out. Nope. Nope. I have no weapons other than my knives and my hatchet. Nope. Going home. Yep, this one's going to be a bust on account of bear. Otherwise, I think we had, like, a pretty solid plan, and I had plenty of time to execute it. However, bear is a good fucking reason to say nah. You know what I mean? All in all, I think I might do this one again. Just maybe, you know, be more prepared for bear. Perhaps. Might be worth it to invest in some bear spray. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to clean up, pack out. When I hit that trailhead, I will check in with you guys. But yeah, I think we're going to pack up and pack out, because that bear grunt was just a little too close for my my comfort there. And it's not really a sound you can mistake. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm nowhere near the trailhead. I am, well, actually I'm actually not that far from it now that I think about it, but at least closer than I was. Another question some of you were asking. Gillian, you had to make so many stops to breathe and let your heart rest and water on the way in. Yes, I did. Am I making those stops on the way out? No, because you know what? The heart can kill me. Yes. The not breathing probably kill me. Yes. You know what else can kill me? Fucking bear. So, instead of keeping my water in my pack like I have been, which is part of the reason I had to stop, because this thing is a bitch to get on and off. So, I am carrying it so that I still can drink my water, which is great, because it's actually almost gone. Which means I need to ration myself until we get to the trailhead. Fucking spider webs everywhere on this trail, man. Fucking. And the spider webs don't bother me. The bear bothers me. But, so, yes. No, I am not taking breaks. I probably should. Because my heart is pounding right now. But I don't know if that's from the bear or the pushing myself to get to the trailhead before I let myself rest. Now, other problem. There is still no signal at the trailhead. So, I'm going to have to go to the house that is right next to where the trail starts and see if they will be kind enough to either let me use a phone or give me a ride into town, or at least as far as where there's signal, so I can call from my own phone to get home. I don't know how far out I am. I haven't looked at all trails. My phone is still not charged as much as I'd like it to be. So, mainly because I'm using a magnet charger for that particular battery pack. And, hold on. And it keeps slipping and not staying attached. So, it's a problem for magnet chargers. But maybe if I can sit out here long enough and chill out, I can get it charged and we'll be alright. Haversack is digging into my neck. How much further I have to go. So, I haven't looked at all trails since I stopped at the camp back there. That would have been a great place to camp, too. We'll just have to try it again another time. Now that I know exactly where I want to go. It shouldn't be as strenuous. Just come back in next time prepared for bear. Touch base with you guys when I get to the trailhead.